The price of doing anything is always not doing something else. And I know I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, but this is heavy on my heart lately, and I wanted to drive home the point. No matter what we do, we pay with finite time and energy. If we're always afraid of missing out, we jump from thing to thing, never fully committing. Anyone who wants to build an awesome relationship, business, social circle, etc., must embrace pride in missing out, or PIMO. When I was 21, I went on my first international trip. I spent months bopping around Europe, blown away by the history and delicious food that was just freaking everywhere. Rather than getting it out of my system, like I thought it would, that trip made me obsessed with traveling, and I spent all my time and energy for the next 8 years saving for, planning for, and going on trips. I went on to spend a year working and living in Australia, ate sushi in Japan, surfed and danced all through South and Central America, and had many, many more adventures in more than 30 countries. All told, I spent more than 4 years of my life on the road. It was amazing, but it's important to note that I paid a price. And here's the price I paid. I missed out on a ton in my 20s. I didn't really date anyone seriously. I didn't invest in my friendships back home. I didn't go to very many concerts in the US. I didn't go to clubs, bars, or restaurants with friends. And I didn't build career skills. This all culminated in a very depressing chapter in my life. I came home and had a very lonely 30th birthday since all my friends were international. I followed that up with a very depressing job search in which I was constantly rejected for not having skills or work history. That was the price. To have 4 years of incredible memories on my terms, I paid for it with a hopeless year in which I felt inadequate almost all the time. It turned out amazing, but at the time it was freaking terrifying. And I questioned every choice I'd ever made as I floundered around trying to get restarted in life and catch up to my friends who had great jobs. Now that I'm on the other side and in an incredible relationship with a remote job that I love as the owner of a beautiful little home, I could happily say that it worked out very, very well. And I have a huge bank of memories from living and exploring abroad that most people my age don't have, and I'm building a life that I love. But I paid a price, and I'd gladly pay it again. Commitment is just the elimination of alternatives, and the most committed people I know are proud that they're missing out on things. I now understand that the price of living an extraordinary life is that something will always be missed out on. We make choices in life, and those choices involve trades. Every time I do something as simple as eat at a restaurant, I'm choosing not to go to every other restaurant in the town. That's the price I must pay. I don't get to have passionate flings with international strangers anymore. That's the price of having a deep, fulfilled relationship with my partner. I don't get to eat a ton of sugary food and sit around all the time. That's the price of living in a body that feels good. Once you understand this, you start to see it everywhere. You have pride in missing out. If you want to build something amazing, that's the price. You must sacrifice the other things that you could be doing. Thank you for watching today. And if you enjoyed today's post, please subscribe if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on Substack, also subscribe. Give me your email and I will send you more things like this. Thank you for listening today, and I look forward to seeing you next week.